Welcome to our very first episode, our introductory episode of the Principled Women in Business podcast. I'd like to welcome you here as my very special guest. I'm honored to have you with me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lauren Dolgaro, aka the Solutionist. I'm the top female business strategist in the nation, and I help businesses, principally women-owned businesses, to grow, to scale, to capitalize, and ultimately to create that exit strategy, which is truly your biggest payday. So I would first like to mention that if you're not a member of our Principled Women in Business groups on Facebook and LinkedIn, you're going to want to make sure that you obtain access to that. That's where we're having real live discussions on obstacles or frustrations in our businesses. Because when we're able to use a team, a group of advisors as a sounding board, we're going to come up with more solutions that perhaps we wouldn't have thought of on our own, and they'll be more robust. So you'll be able to have real action steps to go in to create those solutions. So welcome to our very first episode. It's an honor to have you with me, with us, with the team, with the group, and we look forward to helping you grow and scale. So for those of you who don't know me, again, I'm Lauren Dolgaro, aka the Solutionist, and I come from a very long journey as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. I had my first business when I was 7. You remember back in the day, if you're from the States, where it used to be safe, where kids could go out and market Girl Scout cookies, Boy Scout cookies, gift-wrapped gift cards, sales and stuff. That's how I started. And I did really well with it. I was really good at talking to strangers, people in the neighborhood, and I made a really good business, even as 7 years old. I had my first job when I was 12 or 13 as a swim lessons teacher with my local town in Rochester, New York, and I've grown ever since. I've owned businesses in numerous industries, including trucking, logistics, perfume, business advisory, strategy management, telemarketing, and real estate. So welcome with me. We're going to be growing together, and it's my profound honor to speak into you and to help you grow, give you new insider information so that you can scale your businesses in the way that you dreamed of. Remember when you started your business and you had this big dream of how big you were going to grow, how fast you were going to grow, how many clients you were going to have. You were successful. You were already profitable. And you got into business and you realized maybe you didn't have the processes, the systems, or perhaps the skill set to really grow your business alone, and you find yourself struggling, or there's some questions that remain unanswered. Those are things that we're going to be addressing here in this podcast and in those Facebook and LinkedIn groups. So make sure that you're getting access and checking in on each and every episode here with us. My passion and my mission, I don't say, are very different from what I do as a business strategist, but I am most passionate about helping other women business owners to really shorten their hard or their painful feedback, because I can't call it failure. It's never failure as long as you're getting back up. It's only failure when you get knocked down and you stay down. So my passion is really to help those women, all women, to get back up, to grow their businesses, to scale them, and to really achieve that vision that we all have when we start our businesses, right? The Principled Women in Business, both the groups and the podcast, we're going to be discussing problems, obstacles, frustrations, new systems, new processes, and tips or hacks, however you want to word that, into growing faster and really shortening that timeline between a start and your complete vision, that exit day, that big payday. And we're going to be doing this as a group discussion. So we're going to be talking to different women business owners and some men business owners so we can all gain a perspective of what that business owner went through. How did they resolve their obstacles? Or perhaps they're still in the midst of a resolution. And together, through other people's insights, through other people's experiences, that's going to lighten your load. And it'll give you great ideas on how to create those systems and those processes that are going to help you scale and grow faster, to really implement and to be able to exit out of working in your business and to on your business. The key here is to create those systems and those processes so you can hand your standard operating procedure to your new team, to your team of specialists that you bring on to execute your mission, to execute your company's mission. This is all about getting you grown and scaled and centrified with those systems and those processes so you can exit out working in and go to working on your business. Most of us, when we started our business, really didn't have this vision of we were going to be working 50, 60, 70 hours a week in the business. But so many people really find themselves in that situation. And a lot of that stems back to the lack of processes, the lack of systems, and the lack of teams, and really bringing in specialists to different factors. So we're going to be talking about actionable steps, things that we can do to properly create our business so that we don't tie ourselves into the liability of corporate debts. Nobody wants to start a business and be liable for all the corporate debt, the corporate credit cards, the acquisitions. You really want to be able to create that separation from day one. Now, you can unravel these things. You would enlist a business specialist like myself to help you really unwind and unravel so you can detach yourself from those corporate liabilities and really have a personal and a corporate persona. The Principled Women in Business is really about uncovering those strategies so that you can create, capitalize, grow, scale, and exit your business, just like the corporate mogul you've always dreamed to be. The mix and the processes that you're going to be learning, that we're going to be discussing, are really going to help you stand in and step into the best boss babe or boss dude version of yourself. So as I talked about, I've been a business owner for a very long time, starting off as an entrepreneur, growing into a business owner, entrepreneur again, but really an industrialist. And as an industrialist, I head up and I run numerous companies from a board seat and really help them to grow and scale, some of which I started, some of which I have acquired, and some of which I've been enlisted to specifically grow for a resolution or a result that the founder, the creator, is looking for. Now, I want to give you guys a secret. And it's really not a secret. People talk about it so often, but it's dismissed. And it's dismissed because people are very nervous or apprehensive to spend any kind of money to create any compensation or exchange to further themselves, to further their skills, their knowledge, their wisdom, and really open their eyes to things that they didn't see before, either because they didn't know they were there, or you were cognizant of what's being taught. You just didn't know how to get there. And what really changed the game for me in my own industrialist journey was enlisting my mentor. When I started to enlist my mentor 3 or 4 years ago, that was when the game changed. When I enlisted my mentor, it really got me to the point of overstanding that chairwoman of the board mentality, where I was able to separate myself and grow my businesses faster and achieve the desired result in a much shorter amount of time, and without all of that painful, uncomfortable, growing pains, growing feedback. Again, I don't want to say failure, because as many times as I may have tripped and fallen, my regal crown may have come down askew. And that's really just a matter of growth. It wasn't a matter of failure, because I got back up, I straightened my crown, and I kept on rolling. And that's what we're going to be doing here together, through conversation, through talking about your real obstacles, talking about your real experiences and your real wins, because you're not alone in this journey. There's millions of business owners, entrepreneurs, and industrialists, and we're all working towards the same thing: building a successful business which yields enough profits so that we can change our socioeconomic lifestyle and truly level up, again, to that dream, to that vision that we had when we started the business. When I engaged my mentor, it was At first, because I didn't quite realize or resonate with the exchange of I'm going to teach you and you're going to pay me X, it wasn't until I realized that engaging a mentor and paying to have that high advisory on my team was not an expense. It was an investment. It still is an investment. I still work with Mentor every day. It's an investment. It's an investment in myself, my thinking process, my daily habits, my principles, my morality, my spirituality, and knowing who I am. But really, it was an investment into my businesses and helping to remove myself from my businesses, which is really how I found my own passion and my own mission in empowering and bringing up other women business owners and business owners in general to come along with me. Because struggling, being a business owner, it's not a solitary experience. This is a team experience where we're growing together. And not only are you talking to your board of directors and your mentor, but you're also hearing it firsthand from other business owners who are going through very similar situations as you are, if not exactly the same. So don't ever be shy, please, to ask questions, give commentary. Let's talk about the things that are here on the show. Let's talk more about the posts and the conversations in the group, because this really, my dream, my mission here is to create a team educational mentality where we can bounce ideas off of each other, where I can help you and your businesses to grow faster without those growing pains, without that annoying, painful feedback. We're going to do this together as a team, okay? Like I mentioned before, I am the nation's #1 business strategist, and I love to help women business owners. So who really resonates with me, and who is my tribe? Who is my team? And to answer this really quickly and really briefly, because you're going to hear more about this in every episode, is I work with very committed business women, businessmen who eat, sleep, and drink growing their business, eat, sleep, and drink growing their vision, and really achieving every desire that they've had. Either they've been told, like me, no, you can't do that. That's not possible. Or no, you can't do that. You don't know the right people. We're going to overcome that together. And what was really key and turned my world upside down was my level of commitment. I am tenacious. I love working with equally tenacious people who want nothing more than to hit their goal because there's another one behind it, right? Am I wrong? So the committed folks, y'all and I are going to work together, and we're really going to rock this out of the park. Not only do I engage with highly committed business owners as opposed to interested, because when we're interested, we're not really engaging. We're just kind of window shopping. So we work with very highly committed business owners. And another thing that I've found is in common with everybody that I do work with, every business that I have and do work with, is you've already had your butt kicked. You've already been told no. You've experienced some level of feedback. Remember that word? Failure. Feedback. You've experienced some level of painful, embarrassing, frustrating feedback, and you are ready. You are seeking. You are committed to yourself and your business. And that's why you're here. You're one of those committed business owners. You're one of those tenacious go-getters. I've had my butt kicked, but it doesn't matter because I'm not there yet and I'm getting there. We're working together on this. Another common characteristic of, people who are on my tribe, on my team, or engaged in growth with me is that you can have all of your dreams, all of your goals, all of your desires. You're just not quite sure how to get there. You're looking for the plan, the path, and the possibilities, but more specifically, a predetermined, outlined roadmap. A blueprint, if you will, which gives you the action steps you need to take to get from here where you start to here where you want to be. Because even when you get to here where you want to be, there's still another goal that we have to help you work out. So then we're going to create another blueprint to get you to your next goal. So people that work with me are very committed as opposed to interested. and they know that their dreams, goals, and aspirations are achievable. They're really just looking for the plan, the path, the possibilities, i.e., the blueprint, with those actionable steps to get there. Because as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as an industrialist, we don't really have time to be sitting around in class, taking notes, going through the process of trial and error. That gets expensive. Not only monetarily expensive, but expensive in time while we're here. We only have a limited number of days, of hours, and we want to make sure that we're investing and circulating those into action steps that are going to take us specifically to our goals. Now, every week, you're not just going to be hearing me babble. We're going to have new guests, new business owners, new advisors, new experts and specialists every week. And we're going to be sharing their experience, their outlook, their history. Where did they come from? Where did they find their turning point? How did they overcome that painful feedback, that failure thing, the thing that we're not going to talk about because we're not going to fail. We're getting feedback. And then we're going to learn from the feedback. And that's where we're really going to find true and deep success. So every week we're going to have a new guest and we're going to learn from their experiences, their insight, and their vision, because together we are a team, whether or not we're attending the same office or on the same board calls or the same trustee meetings. We're still a human team, an entrepreneur team, a business owner team. And the best and the fastest way to learn is together, because you can't possibly make all of the mistakes and have all of the wins by yourself. It's faster to learn from somebody else's experience, somebody else's insight, because there's a million mistakes, missteps that we can take. There's not enough time in the world to do all that. So we're going to be learning from other people. Anybody who would like to be a guest co-host with me some week, please make sure that you're finding me on Facebook. Send me a DM. You can also email me, and that's Lauren, Lauren, at totalsolutiontrust.com. And let's get you scheduled so we can come on and really have an organic conversation and offer the most value here on the podcast and in the groups, because the mission here is helping you and your business grow faster than you thought possible so that you can experience all of the wins that you're aiming for in your life, in your experience. As a follow-up to the guest portion that I just talked about, it's very important that we all participate together. In the process of learning, we're hearing things and some of that gets absorbed, but we're not learning all of it because we're not engaged. We all want to stay engaged. So please, to get you the most value, to get you the most insight and the best solutions, participate. Stay with us, engage with us. Come onto those Facebook and those LinkedIn groups and comment and tell us what you're experiencing. What are you going through? What did you think about the last episode? We want to hear from you, because without you, there's other people who are going to miss out on valuable insight that only you have. And you're going to hear me say it in the groups and post it in the groups, but it's really about participation and engagement. Get ready to talk, ask questions, give me some comments. If you have something to say on the line, go ahead and put it into the groups, because I am going to have the Facebook and the LinkedIn groups up while I am recording podcasts or doing a live podcast. That way everybody can really participate and get the most out of this experience. Because I'm not just here to hear myself think or to have recorded conversations with great business owners. We're here because we want to give you the most experience for your time, the most constructive feedback that's going to help you and your business move faster, to create that revenue, to be profitable so that you can have that dream that you once started off with. I'm sure it's changed. I'm sure it's evolved. No big shocker there. But our goal here is to really make sure that you're having a rich and diversified experience, that you're hearing other insights, other feedback, other growth stories that are going to inspire you. And we're going to do this together. So thank you for attending and listening to my introductory podcast here today. I look forward to, speaking into you further and giving you more value and insight that you ever bargained for, that you ever thought was available on a podcast, in a group, because we're really here to grow and participate together. We cannot be that one-man island. No successful businessman, businesswoman is successful by themselves on their own. They have advisors, they have team specialists, they have people that are going to help them execute their mission, their process, and their values for their business. So thank you for joining me here today. I look forward to speaking to you on our next episode. Make sure that you're joining that Facebook and LinkedIn group, the Principal Women in Business. They're both public and they're open, so go ahead and send a request, get into the groups, and give us a chat. Feel free to DM me if you have any questions that you're truly not comfortable with sharing the group. I understand that, a lot of the financial questions or a lot of the financial hardships that we might be going through, that we're just not quite ready to talk about in a public forum. And if that's you, okay, send me a DM so that I can address it and we can get you overcoming that obstacle. Because once you overcome that obstacle, we can get you rolling and get you more successful faster. Again, my name is Lauren Delgaro, aka The Solutionist. I look forward to seeing you next time.